Let's talk about how to be the man she can't resist. 11 Attractive Habits Unveiled. The truth is, women can't help but love these attractive male traits. So let's find out why. I'm going to let you in on one of the single most powerful attraction secrets there is. This secret is habits. I know it might sound a little crazy, but habits are what make us who we are in many ways. We can have the habit of being a good person. We can have the habit of being a bad person. Our habits really create the everyday details of our lives and who we are. And one of the most beautiful things about habits is they become automatic. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. You don't really stop and think about, okay, am I doing this right? Instead, you just do it. It feels practically effortless. So when you create these habits, you can be irresistible pretty effortlessly. I want you to take a second to let that sink in. Now, as we explore these traits that are truly critical to how you're perceived, it's key to remember that consistency is everything. In Attracting Lasting Love Academy, we take these principles to the next level, providing a structured pathway to not only develop these habits, but also to understand the deeper principles of attraction and connection, all from a Christian perspective. So think of what we're covering today as just the tip of the iceberg. The Academy is where we deep dive, offering strategies and insights that make you the best version of yourself and completely irresistible to your dream girl. So keep this in mind as we go through each habit and imagine just how far you could go with the right guidance and support. Let's get started with the first attractive habit that women just love. Number one is basically any kind of healthy living habit, having a healthy lifestyle. A perfect example of this, one that is incredibly charming and attractive, is learning how to create and make your own healthy meals. That one is like a double win because not only is it healthy and you're focusing on your health, but it's also, you know how to cook. And that's just really, really attractive. It makes you a more interesting person. It can make date night more fun. There are so many benefits to knowing how to cook. And being someone who takes their health seriously means, one, you're always going to look good, and two, you're going to feel good. And being around someone who's healthy helps us feel healthier and practice healthy habits even more. So proactively creating those healthy habits is very attractive. The second habit we're going to talk about is opening the door, and not just for her, just opening the door in general. If you only open the door for the girl you think is cute, okay, yeah, everybody knows you're only doing it for the cute girl, and that doesn't really say a lot about who you are. If instead you're someone who just shows respect to people, that really makes you stand out in a very, very good way. It shows confidence, it shows respect, and it shows that you're a gentleman, which is something that a woman's feminine heart just craves. And just to be clear, because I get questions about this a lot, what if she reacts badly to that? Well, that's a sign of a toxic woman. If she can't handle a common courtesy, do you really want her in your life? So in a way, it's kind of good to try it out and see how she reacts. Now, the next attractive habit is one of my favorites. This is being an everyday hero. Now, what do I mean by that? Basically, it means looking out for others, looking out for those weaker than yourselves, being kind and generous and loving and supportive of other people. Those little things make up a lifetime of good actions, and it truly makes you a hero. I want you to think for just a second. Have you ever had someone smile at you when you were just having a bad day? Or have someone do something just nice, even if they were a complete stranger you didn't even know? Those little things truly matter. And one way to be a leader and to be masculine and to be confident is to look out for others. And she's going to notice those things, even if she doesn't say anything at first. And it's what transforms you into her hero. So be generous and kind and loving and supportive, not just of her, but in general. Okay, the next attractive habit is to fill your mind with good things, with uplifting things, instead of things that aren't. There's nothing more attractive than someone who on purpose puts good, uplifting things into their mind. You do this by the types of things you read, the music you listen to, what you watch, your hobbies and interests. However, someone who is putting in nonsense or even inappropriate content into their minds, that's going to be reflected in who you are, even if you don't think it is. Talking and interacting and being close to someone who is filling their mind with good things is addicting and delightful, and it makes you charming. However, someone who's putting inappropriate things or even just complete nonsense into your brain all the time, not very fun to be with. And if she's a good Christian girl and you're putting inappropriate things in, kind of goes without saying, she doesn't want to be involved. So with this habit and all the others, if you find maybe you're struggling with it, okay, decide right now that you're going to change this into a good habit instead of a bad one. Now, our next attractive habit kind of goes hand in hand with the previous one, and that is to create a habit of positivity. Now, I want to point out, being a positive person does not mean that you go through the world with rose-colored glasses. It doesn't mean that you pretend the bad doesn't exist. The bad exists. A positive person is aware of it, but they don't dwell on it. They don't focus on it. Instead, they focus on the good. Even in a bad situation, you can always find something good to point out and focus on instead. And being around someone who is not positive is draining. It's exhausting. A good example of this is someone who is constantly ranting and raving about something. Those kinds of people are very, very stressful to be around. They kind of get addicted to that drama cycle of always being mad about something, and it becomes very, very exhausting. But if instead someone who's aware of the bad but chooses to build the good, they are delightful to be around. We feel safer with them, and they're definitely a much better lifelong partner. Now, as we dive deep into these habits that captivate and intrigue, I want to pause for a moment and just reflect on something. Mastering these habits is about more than just making a good first impression. It's about initiating a journey of personal growth that leads to fulfilling, lasting relationships. This is where my academy comes into play. We don't just scratch the surface there. I provide you with a comprehensive blueprint of becoming the high-quality, godly man your dream girl is praying for. You'll learn not just how to cultivate these habits, but how to integrate them into your everyday life so they feel genuine and sincere and just become a part of who you are. So if you're finding value in these tips and curious about how to implement them on a deeper level, the Academy is the game changer you're looking for. Now I'm going to tell you how you can learn more about that at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned. Okay, the next attractive trait actually goes along pretty well with positivity, and this is having a good sense of humor. Sometimes men feel like in order to be masculine, they have to just be like tough all the time, and you can't smile, you can't laugh. The truth is, one of the most endearing things in the world is a guy who's just laughing his head off. It helps her feel connected to you. It boosts those good endorphins, makes you both feel great, and it shows that you're someone who will be fun to be with for your whole life. Remember, a good woman who's looking for lifelong love is always asking herself, would I enjoy being married to this man for the rest of my life? And if the answer is no, well, then it's a no. But if instead you're someone who has a good sense of humor, who can laugh at yourself, who can laugh at life, who can help her laugh off things and shake it off, that right there is ridiculously attractive. That's the kind of thing that makes her kind of obsessed with you. She can't get enough of you. All right, the next attractive habit is having ambition. People who are interesting, who are involved in things, are very attractive people. This means having goals and things you're working towards. They can be for your hobbies, for your interests, for your health, for your career, whatever it is, but have some ambition and some drive and some, another really good way to look at it is be curious about the world. That kind of person is very, very interesting to be around. We find them fascinating and we want to know more. We want to spend more time with them. This also helps when you're married. To have someone who is involved in things means that you both continue to stay fascinated by each other instead of, many people worry about getting bored after they're married. That won't happen if you both stay interesting. Okay, the next attractive habit is being a respectful person. Now, we kind of talked about this a little bit at the beginning with like opening the doors, but also just being respectful of other people's opinions, other people's belongings, respecting your own opinions, your own belongings, your own ways of doing things, others' ways of doing things. Being a respectful person is what makes people respect you. A lot of people feel like they have to force respect. That's not how it works. When you are respectful, that is how you earn that respect and how you command that respect. Being a respectful person is a very, very attractive masculine trait that she's definitely going to look up to. And the next attractive habit is being a good listener. Everyone wants to feel like they matter, like their feelings and their thoughts, their ambitions are being listened to, that somebody actually cares. And so in a world where we're often, surfing on our phones or just not really paying that much attention, if you're the one who pauses and listens, she's going to notice, and her heart is just going to long for more of that. Very similar to how you feel if a beautiful woman takes the time to actually listen to you. Listening is an incredible skill that everybody could do a little bit more, and it definitely makes you stand out in a very good way. Okay, this next attractive habit is one of my very most favorites. This habit is to be a real man. Now, just to let me clarify what I mean by that. Everything we just talked about makes you a real man. It makes you very, very manly and attractive. What I mean in this instance by real man is you're real. You're like authentic. You're genuine. You're not perfect. At the end of the day, we all kind of feel like we have to be perfect. And society and the media do a very good job of making us all feel like we have to be absolutely perfect in order to be good enough to be loved. In reality, none of us are perfect, not a single one. And so a man who is comfortable in his own skin, obviously you are trying your best to be the best version of yourself possible, but you're comfortable in who you are. You're real, you're authentic. Oh, that feels safe. That feels like a warm hug. That feels like where she just wants to be forever. So being authentic, being real, being genuine makes you completely captivating permanently. And our next attractive habit goes hand in hand with that one. And it is to be sensitive and compassionate with her about her insecurities and how real she is. I hear comments all the time about the unrealistic expectations put on men. And it's true. And it's revolting. Please understand that the good, high-value women, they don't set those expectations. It's like the media and things who are setting those expectations, and the toxic women. But just like there's a ridiculous standard out there for men, there's a ridiculous standard out there for women. Cover everything up. Show more skin. Act more like this. Remove that. Enhance this. She is sent so many messages that she is ridiculously, even the most confident women are well aware of the fact that they have imperfections, and it's easy to feel bad about them, just like there are things you feel bad about as well. So being compassionate and sensitive about the fact that she's real and she's authentic and she's genuine and she's not plastic, that is going to be an absolute game changer. That right there is what makes her say, I just want to be with him and only him forever and ever. Have you enjoyed discovering these simple habits that can significantly elevate your attractiveness? This is just the beginning, my friend. If you're ready to dive deeper and truly transform your approach to relationships, my free masterclass is your next step. In this masterclass, I'll share insights and strategies that have helped countless men become the high-value partner their dream girl is looking for. And if you're looking to go even further, my academy offers a comprehensive roadmap to not just meet your dream girl's expectations, but to completely exceed them, ensuring that you're both both ready to commit to a love that lasts a lifetime. Don't miss this opportunity to become the man she's always dreamed of. Click the link in the description below or go to coachmelannie.com/masterclass and watch this free masterclass now. Let's start your journey to attracting lasting love today. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. Be sure to give this a thumbs up and share with a friend. A huge shout out and thank you to everyone who's amazing with the super thanks. It truly warms my heart to know you're helping to support wholesome, uplifting content. So thank you. And whether you've ever used the super thanks before or not, if you got value from this video and would like to use it today, that would help. So thank you. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. One problem with filming standing up now is I already had a habit of talking with my hands. And now I have plenty of room. So for good or for bad, I talk with my hands. My mom was the same way, and my grandpa always used to tell her, if we were to tie your hands behind your back, you couldn't talk. I think that might be true with me. Let's not try it and find out. So when you have those right habits, those attractive habits, that is how you make being a complete heartthrob effortless. That was effortless right there. Can you tell? That's funny. So when you practice and create these attractive habits, that's how you can be irresistible. Yes, you can. Okay. Oh, my foot is cramping. Oh, shoot. I moved it weird. Okay, we're good. You have to sing when your foot cramps. It's the unwritten law, obviously. That's the My Foot is Cramping song. You're welcome. I'm a songwriter on weekends. No, I'm not. I wish I had that talent. I don't. Okay. There's things going on outside the window that keep distracting me. Okay. I can't focus. Some of us have a harder time focusing than others. Don't judge me. You're judging me right now, aren't you? So rude. That's my fixing my sleeves song. You're welcome. Okay. I think I may have thought of an end of the video word that we haven't done yet. I'm not sure if we've done this one or not, but the word is clouds. Why is the word clouds? Fun fact about me, ever since I was a kid, I have loved looking at clouds. I just think they're so fun and fascinating and imaginative and awesome. So there you go. If you watched to the end of the video, comment clouds so I know you were here. Thank you so much, and never forget that you're awesome. Woo, 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 woo. That was my little happy dance. You're welcome.